Son, where'd you find this?
Don't be offended by the truth. They be offended because you called out the truth. Simple as that. They don't want to hear any other narrative that makes them look bad.
One thing I can't stand at this big grown age is somebody who acts like cause and effect does not exist. Like, yes, your actions caused this outcome. Yes, what you did lit the match. Like, why are you surprised and playing victim?
Guys, Chico. They never lie.
That's how you know somebody doesn't respect you. They listen to reply, not to be understood. They cut you off. They minimize what actually matters to you. They laugh at your boundaries, and then they call you sensitive when you try to hold the line. They show up late, they cancel last minute, forget the things you've told them, because in their world, your time, your energy, even your voice aren't a priority. They're just an option. You see, there are two kinds of people. Those who adjust when they realize they've actually hurt you, and those who expect you to adjust so they don't have to change. You don't need to be disrespected loudly to be disrespected deeply. Sometimes you'll see it. It's just in their tone, in their patterns, in the silence after you're known. Respect isn't what they say when they're watching. It's how they act when they think you'll.
The flow insane, take my spot, so the range. Shoot my shot with perfect aim. 3rd degree, that perfect flame. Ain't no sleep, that's the game. Oh, so southern, that's the slang. When they see me, that's the main. Chasing checks and fly like planes. Big old stick, I bought a cane. Flick my wrist and bought the ring. I'm so boss, we're not the same. Paid the cost and kept the change. Now I'm walking Hall of Fame. And I reside in the cloud. Grand wishes with these bitches. Taking pictures with the crowd, and I'm out.
What up, what up, what up, what up? YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, IG, wherever you watch it from. What's the word? How y'all feeling this evening? Thank you for being here. Shout out to my poets, writers, and content creators. Everybody from the top to the bottom, I humbly thank you for your interactions, for your feedback, for your thoughts, views, and opinions on the various and numerous topics that I bring to this channel. Let me be completely clear. There is no biases. I speak on things that I feel are an abomination to society, that are a cancer to the community. This particular story right here was an absolute slap in the face. Horrible tragedy. This brother's voice needs to echo on beyond just tonight. This brother's voice needs to echo on beyond tomorrow, and so on and so forth. The anger needs to reflect the level of egregious atrocity that took place here. Oh, we're going to talk. We're definitely going to talk. I got a clip I want to play. Do me a solid. Like, share, repost. Let the people know that we are on. You know what bothers me? As much as I scroll all of these apps, it's so easy for things like this to just get forgotten about completely. All it takes is a new trend, a new BBL, a concert for everybody to forget about the BS that is continuously being ignored and swept under the rug. Let me bring this up on the big screen. There. Do any of you remember him? Do you remember this story? I do. And I have another one that I'm going to be bringing up real soon. See, the algorithm doesn't control what I do over here. I talk about whatever I want. You either gravitate towards it or you don't. But what happened to this young man, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. We're going to try. Let me roll the footage and we'll get into the rest of the program, shall we? Get you something to drink, get comfortable, whatever you need to do to kick it. Would love to hear some feedback from the good folks on this story. Matter of fact, question: how do you feel about it? Do you care? Is it really something that you sit at the table and discuss with your family and friends? Or is it really just nothing to you? Anyway, food for thought.
Exclusive information, some disturbing new evidence, photos and videos that only raise more questions. And we do want to warn you, some of the video you're about to see is graphic, difficult to watch. Here's Victor's report.
It's the only video shot inside the Lowndes High School gym the day 17-year-old Kendrick Johnson was found dead. And with his parents' approval, we're showing it for the first time. Lowndes County, Georgia investigators say Kendrick's death was a tragic accident, that he climbed onto these rolled gym mats to reach for this shoe at the center of one mat, slipped, got stuck upside down, and died. County officials say the blood in this photo spilled after Kendrick's heart had stopped pumping hours after he had died.
The family of Kendrick Johnson has filed a $10 billion federal lawsuit, and what they're alleging is bigger than anything we've heard before. Not just mistakes, not just a flawed investigation. They're claiming a cover-up. Kendrick was just 17 years old when he was found dead in 2013 inside a rolled-up gym mat at his high school in Georgia. From day one, people questioned how that even made sense. How does someone end up like that? And that's the final answer? Authorities ruled it an accident, but his family never accepted that. And now, more than a decade later, they're saying it goes deeper than anyone admitted. According to this new lawsuit, evidence may have been ignored or dismissed. Reports may have been manipulated, and even people in positions of power, including judges, are being accused of helping keep the truth buried. Let that sink in. This isn't just about what happened to Kendrick anymore. This is about whether the system meant to uncover the truth protected something instead. Because if even part of this is true, it changes everything about how this case is seen. And more importantly, it raises a bigger question people are already asking. How many cases end with answers that don't actually answer anything? For Kendrick's family, this isn't about money. It's about answers. It's about accountability. It's about not letting this be buried after all these years. And now the case is back in the spotlight with more questions than ever.
Mr. Blackwell has
Yeah. Surprise, surprise. Here we are again. Here we are again. You know how many stories there are out here where someone's just completely erased from the history books. as if they never walked this planet at all. One day it's on social media, it's on Facebook, it's trending for maybe a good solid week, maybe 2 weeks, and then guess what? Cardi B just sold out the show. Chris Brown just sold out a show. Usher done did this. Your favorite influencer done did this. But then everybody forgets that somebody was murdered. People forget that children, that men, that women were removed from the face of the earth. And nobody did enough to bring justice to the victims. We just move on with our life. Out of sight, out of mind attitude. I'm going to come back to that. I want to send my thoughts, prayers, and condolences to that family, to that community. In fact, moment of silence. We've become so desensitized to human life and death that a person will literally walk past you in the street and you gasping for air. You're literally clinging for every ounce of survival that you can muster up. And a person will be quicker to grab their phone to record you and put you on social media than they would to call somebody to help you out. Why doesn't this really rub people the wrong way? Oh, I'm not here to read off a bunch of statistics on how many black men and black women have been killed unjustly. I'm not here to rant and rave about the white man and this, that, and third. I'm here to talk about the injustice that continues to proliferate in our community, and nobody seems to really care. All you want to do is troll, gossip, complain, and make everything about you. This young man was murdered. I don't give a shit what nobody say. They killed him. They rolled him up in this mat because they knew that they had the connections to be able to get away with it for X amount of years or months or weeks. And they executed their plan almost to perfection. The human mind, the fleshly and worldly external vessel in its delusional rationality of what it looks like to create and move pieces to bend at their own will. And it's always been a fascinating, what's the word I'm looking for? It's always interested me for some reason. Because like even I'm guilty of trying to create like this ebb and flow of I can do whatever the hell I want in this universe without consequence. And you find out the hard way that life does not work like that at all. In fact, it's quite the opposite, especially after you've been walking on this planet for so long and you've dipped in and out of different situations and relationships and jobs, whether you was on the crooked side or on the positive side. One thing that is always for certain, whatever it is you put out there in the universe will always come back to hang out with you and visit. Period. Hold on. We just getting started. I'm about to add on something. I feel like I need to do that. Because I'm over it. I'm irritated. And there's not enough people on these media platforms talking about this type of stuff. Fortunately, through the grace and mercy of the Most High, I have a platform where I can talk about it, whether or not it's one person listening or it's multiple. At least I get to say and speak my piece. This is downright disrespectful in every form you could possibly create. This young man had a future. This young man had a calling and purpose on his life. Just like the rest of us. So my thing is, who are you to decide when, where, and how long he has on this planet? Who made you the deciding factor on this man's longevity? A lot of y'all are power hungry. You thirst for blood at the expense of stepping on everybody that is in your way. It doesn't matter if they're rich, poor. It don't matter if they praise Satan, praise the Lord himself. It don't matter if they got a stub toe, no eyes, they only hear out of one ear. Some of y'all are so greedy, so dysfunctional, so manipulated, gluttonous. You're willing to sacrifice your very own flesh and blood to stay up here, even if it ain't got nothing to do with wealth, just going around bullying people or trying to shut people up because they have information on you that would put you rightfully so behind bars. You will violate every rule there is to make sure that you aren't held accountable for your actions. We have a system that is filled with cracks, crevices, and suspects. Okay? He's supposed to be in college. He's supposed to be still furthering his education, creating a timeline where he has a family and he has more friends, more provisions, and he's reaching other souls that God has ordained for him. You know what you did? Do you understand? I don't like I really, with every cell that is in my body, I really hope and pray that these words specifically reach the guilty, the ones that are responsible for this. I know it won't. I would love for hundreds and thousands of decent human beings who still care about humanity to spread this out. I would love for the algorithm to stop playing around with these type of creators. We got stuff to say. People need to hear it. You intervened in someone else's purpose for your own. You define your own walk. Let's get that out the way. Whatever your design was for you, you went in a completely different direction. And God allowed you to live how you want and do exactly what you needed to. Glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. See, it's not up to the Creator to force. We get freedom of choice. If you decide that you want to go out here and be a maniac, that's on you. You stepped in, took it upon yourself to take this young kid's life for reasons that will never be explainable. They will never be acceptable. There will never be understanding. This ain't no that makes sense. Now I understand why you went out of your way to do what you did to him and then try to mask it and cover it up for as long as you did. Now I understand. Perfect sense. Like now everything is on the table. I got you. Nah, no, we're not doing that. I'm not for the black and white stuff. I hate murderers. I hate racism. I hate the divide. I want to know, and I probably will never know, why and what actually happened. But you can't explain that to me. And the scary part about it, there's someone like this in every region, on every job. We too scared to call them out and then hold them accountable. Why is this young man no longer here? And then the government is so pathetic and pitiful. You honestly wanted us to believe that he just up and tripped and fell into a rolled up mat upside down. He just was that clumsy. If you even read the report, he was his like shoulder length, his width compared to the width of the hole in the entrance of the mat, they don't even measure up. So we know that was bull. So how many of you are involved? It don't really matter because everybody who had a hand in it, that blood is on you too. Even if you didn't directly find yourself responsible for the actual death of this young brother, it's just the idea that you helped in aiding and abetting someone getting away with it. Get your bars off though. Get all off. You living good? You eating good? Huh? You nice and cozy next to your husband or your wife? You feel good getting up out the shower and going downstairs in the morning for your breakfast? Hmm? Talk to me.
Network.
You get to go play basketball, go to soccer games. You get to make love to your husband or your wife, your children. You get to take the spot in the position that he was supposed to be in. You feel good. You feel good as a judge, knowing that your entire tenure has nothing but bumps and blocks and bruises and cracks and flaws in it and errors in all of it. You feel good knowing that you done did some of the most horrendous things to people in your lifetime, while we just act as if none of this stuff even matters. He should still be here. And quite frankly, I salute the family for not letting go. Thank you. I know it ain't easy. I know it ain't. Because either society don't care enough to assist in getting you the voice that you need, or financially it has to be extra exhausting taking out of every ounce of your account to try to move stuff here and there to make stuff work when you got a whole system, a plethora of men and women correlating under the guise of false information, or maybe they are operating under the intentions of benefiting from the situation itself. That has to be mentally, spiritually, emotionally just draining. I know you tired. I know you are. Because most of us don't care. We don't. Until it's one of us that's in the situation. Then and only then will you see an uproar. Then you will see all of the websites linking to the GoFundMe. Here's my link to my GoFundMe. Help me get out of this. Help me get out of this. They've been playing in our face for years, laughing at us for years. I wish I had the desire to be a lawyer. I wish that was the direction that was for me. It wasn't, because otherwise, yeah, I would have definitely used those doctorates and those degrees the way that they need to be. From the judge's seat all the way down to the defendants, the school. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. There should not be a single comfort. There's no way in the world you should be sleeping good at night. I be wondering how do folks that be so evil maneuver so comfortably. What else is happening in this school that we don't know about? Is that school known for racism? Have there been other crimes there that's been swept under the rug? I never dug. Maybe I need to. Maybe I need to read and dig a little deeper into the history of that school and the parties that facilitated, because there's too many adults utilizing those positions to abuse them, and it's been going on far too long. Far and exceeding my understanding or comprehension for it. You called somebody that called somebody that called somebody. You said, look, this is what happened. I'm gonna need you to do this. I'm gonna need you to do this. Don't panic. What do I do? Look, I'm glad you called me. I'm glad you called. You did the right thing. Calm down. Calm down, Tommy. Okay? I got you covered. I know a guy who works in such and such. He's fantastic with doing this and doing that. I know Sheila in such and such, such and such. She can do this and do that. All you need to do is relax. I'm gonna need you to calm down. Woosah. I don't know. I don't know. Relax. Or was it the other way around? And you just had your target. You had no remorse. So it wasn't difficult for you. And when it was all said and done, you did A, B, C, and D. It's got to be one or the other. Whatever happened here, y'all did everything in your power. And I emphasize the word power. You did everything in your power to make sure that this went on and succeeded as much as it could. You sold the shit out of it. But anybody with common sense is going to be like, hold up. You telling me he slipped, tripped, and fell upside down in a mat? Like, really? I can't stand you ignorant ass, racist ass, evil, controlling, flippant ass men and women who flaunt your money around, and you go in different places on the earth, you flex and you use your position to destroy anybody who is beneath you. I can't stand you. I don't hate you. I can't stand you. You are what's wrong with the world. You are why trust is rarely a commodity, why systems are broken, why the word is desperately needed. That's another one that I need to bring up here too. And then you smile in our face and you tell us to shut the fuck up. Go to work, little nigger. Go to work. Black man, go to work. Kelly, don't say nothing to me. Don't question me about nothing. I'm wealthy. You're broke. You don't get to ask me nothing. You don't get to hold me accountable. You don't have that right.
Protect the sheep. You got to catch the wolf. It takes a wolf to catch a wolf. Understand?
As long as I live and I have breath in my body, Lord, if I'm disgruntled or pissed off about something, or I feel as if there's not enough people articulating themselves about things that need to be spoken on, I will do so. He should still be here. But this is the system that we're under. I got so sick and tired of working for people like this. I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take my chances. Shit might blow up in my face, but I'm gonna take my chances. I would rather move this way than to be in a situation like this young man. He in sports. He trying to get out of school and do something with himself. He know how life is. I'm sure he knew to an extent how ugly the world is. I don't believe for a second he was prepared for what happened to him. The way he lost his life, knowing that there was no one to help him or assist him at all. And y'all just told the parents, and we told the community, this is what happened. Here, I got the paperwork to prove it. Believe me. And then we just supposed to believe it. But you consistently get caught up in all type of lies. All of them. Stuff never measures up. See, when you dealing with wicked people always telling themselves greedy, rebellious people, they always stick foot all up in their own mouth. If the parents, for whatever reason, and I don't jinx, I pray in the name of Jesus that they get their justice while we are still here to witness it. But if they don't get their justice here, it don't matter. Justice will be served regardless, one way or another. Bet your bottom dollar. Why? Why? What did he do? What did he do? What actually could you say to me that would justify that? Nothing. And a string of black men getting hung, claiming it's suicide. All these black women coming up disappearing, these little kids coming up disappearing. Nobody seems to really be too alarmed by any of it. Justice for Kendrick. Justice for this young man and every other one who has ever lost their life in a sundown town. Justice for every single black boy who has been the victim of a senseless, violent act because some adult or child could not control their own ignorance. You are what we should be looking out for.
What?
You are the ones that really should be behind bars.
What?
Why do we support you?
What?
Why do we continue to put money in your pockets?
What?
Why doesn't anyone see a problem with this?
What?
Popularity.
You didn't say that. Tell me you did not say that.
Oh, he got 30,000 people following him. He got 500 people following him. Oh, he has a blue check. Oh, he hang out with Oh, Marion. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Some of the goofiest shit I ever seen. Some of the most retarded stuff I've ever heard. Some of the most egregious people to ever be in the vicinity of social media accounts. Some of y'all got fucking noodles for brains, man. Like the message has to come from somebody of a significant caliber for it to really matter. Aren't you a black man? Aren't you? Matter of fact, scratch all that. Aren't you a human being? Don't you bleed? Don't you go to funerals? Don't you have family and friends that mourn? Don't you mourn? Do you not feel? Does this not trigger something inside of you? Of course not. Of course it don't. You've been trained. You've been robbed.
Cut it out.
Player hater. You've been robbed. Everybody been lied to. We so desensitized. You flip a story. You see somebody done lost their life or got beat the fuck up or some shit. Oh, it's just another day. Nothing new. What's next? Scroll up, scroll down, scroll left. What's next? That's where we at. I hope and pray that every single individual responsible is compensated for their participation in the activities in which they decided to partake in. I just want you to feel inclusive. That's all. Equal rights for everybody. I mean, hell, if I have to pay taxes to you bastards and I have to face obscurity every beckoning day of my life, then you should have to deal with the same things. No reason why you should be left out of the fun too. The absolute joke. All of it. The whole judicial system is a fucking joke. And I'm over it. Beyond over it. Nasty work. This man ain't here no more. He ain't even get a chance to really have a life at all. You cut it short. I don't even know how anyone has the capacity to just do that to somebody and live on with the rest of their days and not be haunted. Or maybe you are. Maybe you are. I had to get that off my chest. I'm sorry, people. It might not mean nothing to nobody else, but it means something to me. It matters to me. It matters to me. I still care about human life. I still care about the welfare of other people. Excuse me for having a heart. Everything ain't got to be about gossip. And everything ain't got to be about fat asses and all of this other stuff. We got too many bad men out here. Way too many. And I cast my petitions, and I ask, and I pray that they get the closure, even though you're never going to be able to completely close on that, because that's your child. How do you just get over losing? You can't. But just to know that the people who are responsible, they are in custody, because it goes just beyond the family. They're an endangerment to whoever else they got their sight on. That's what people be forgetting. They did it to him. Why wouldn't they do it to someone else of his color if they haven't already? Shout outs to everybody. Shout outs to your friends, your families, your loved ones. Blessings to all of you. You know, we take these days for granted. We take this life for granted. But this is temporary. This is only as quick as I blew air out of my, that's as quick as life is. What's after this is forever. There is no coming back. And y'all took that from him. I pray he's in a way better place, because what's going on this planet ain't it. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me this evening. I got a show for y'all tomorrow. We're gonna chop it up, man. If anything changes in this particular story, I'm going to spin back on it. I'm definitely going to spin back on it. So stay tuned. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. And if I don't get a chance to chop it up with you later, have a blessed one. Have a blessed weekend. Have a blessed rest of the month. Going into the next month. All that good stuff. Peace.
The flow insane, take my spot, so the range. Shoot my shot with perfect aim. 3rd degree, that perfect flame. Ain't no sleep, that's the game. Oh, so southern, that's the slang. When they see me, that's the main. Chasing checks and fly like planes. Big old stick, I bought a cane. Flick my wrist and bought the rain. I'm so boss, we're not the same. Paid the cost and kept the change. Now I'm walking Hall of Fame. And I reside in the cloud. Grand wishes with these bitches.